Well, I didn't realize how important it was to actually, be around those people. So I didn't realize, how important it is to actually be around the right environment, around those people that actually want to improve every single day. And how addicted you actually become to the work. 6 months ago, I was kind of stuck. I didn't do what I do today. I was out partying every single Friday, Saturday, and I didn't be around those people that actually wanted to improve every single day. So I wasn't addicted to the work. I just came home from school, maybe studied 1-2 hours, then I went straight to bed or maybe to the gym sometimes and just watched movies, series. And my days right now looks like coming home from school, just focusing on the work and not even caring about studying anymore. So I didn't actually realize how important it was to be around, those people that actually want to improve every single day, and how addicted you actually become to the work when you are around them, when you socialize with them, and keeping the contact with them. It's actually a big change for me because 6 months ago I wasn't the person I am today. I know you can change over a long, process, but I actually changed because I was out partying every single, weekend. I was being around people that didn't want to improve their lifestyle or reach their goals. And my days looked like watching movies, maybe study 1-2 hours, going to school. So that was the really big change for me.
And I can actually remember because me and Oscar, we have been knowing each other since we were very small kids. And the thing is, me and Oscar, we have been knowing each other for like our entire lives. But I was in the game earlier than him, but everything changed. I remember it was like 6 months ago when he called me and I explained everything to him, and that moment changed everything because that really hooked him into this whole business world. And everything has just changed so much when it comes to this whole journey. I can see how much both of us are growing every single day, and that is how powerful it actually is to surround yourself with the right people, because everything in life becomes so much more like meaningful. Everything has a meaning and you're doing it for a clear reason.
Well, that was probably the best decision I made in my life. I remember when we went to same class. We don't do that anymore, but I remember those times when you actually started out. It was kind of a big thing that you actually did this. Many in our school knew about that, or mostly in our school actually knew it. And I remember it was kind of, different because we never talked about this before, this business era. And actually, getting the other perspective of it 6 months ago when he talked about it to me is actually a big game changer, because I looked at it in a different perspective in 9th grade, I think we went to, and now for 6 months ago when he talked about this over a call, I just got a new perspective of it and how it actually is and how stressful the journey really is.
Do you remember the times when we went to school and every single Friday we were just like watching movies, but it is completely different now?
That was sometimes, huh? I really look back at it sometimes just to reflect, and really you can't. And really, every single day, you don't think about how much you actually have changed as a person. But, those times when you just look back, right now what we're doing, reflecting about the past, you just remember how grateful you really are that you started this journey. Because I just remember how low in life you were those days. Like, we had fun, maybe, but it didn't drive us forward to our goals.
Yeah, and everything is so much more meaningful now. We're doing it for a reason, and we're always pushing each other to leveling up in every aspect of our lives. We're growing as individuals, and it's just so insane to see how much everything changed when you actually focus on the right things and surround yourself with the right people. And it was very hard in the beginning. I was by myself in the beginning, but now when I have you and another friend as well, who's in the game as well, everything is so different. It is so much more fun because now we actually have like-minded people that you can share your thoughts with.
Yeah, well, that is pretty much everything said in that sentence.
It feels like both of us have always had it in ourselves that we would become like these business owners, start posting on social media, because we have been knowing each other since we were like very, very small. And both of us started our first YouTube channels when we were like 10 years old, created a lot of content, and we both started a small business selling stickers. So it feels like we have always had it in ourselves.
Yeah, I agree 100%. Like, just having, those talents in creating content and actually knowing how it is to start something is just so powerful, because you already you're already in the game, even if you don't know it. Like, I can just take for an example my first day posting. I already knew how it was, sitting behind the camera, and I can assure you that you also knew it. Like, you are the person your whole life. You don't change. Even if you change as a person, growing up, becoming taller, bigger, you don't change your mind and the perspective how you look at, things. And your talents don't disappear. They don't vanish out in nothing. Yeah, if you're starting out like me and Jack have done, probably already know that you are going to do something in life with your hands, heart, and your minds.